Someone that appreciates a good bit of character and drama and personality, I like to think about the different archetypes. What are archetypes, for anyone that doesn't know? It's a persona, it's a mode of being. I should actually look it up, so I'm not askew on this definition as far as describing it. But it's like different character roles. Like you have a father archetype, you have like a leader, you have there's all kinds. There's the Joker archetype. There's all kinds. It's just kind of different roles, I guess you could say, different personas. Well, then you might ask yourself, which archetypes are you? I think about that because I like drama as far as not creating insipid drama that like F's people's lives up and makes it more miserable. Not that kind of drama, but like a good show that like pulls you in because it's interesting and it's like, what's gonna happen next? And it's like a mysterious drama, but there's character, there's personality. And in a good show, for me, it either has to have really good writing or it has to have really good characters, where you can put those characters in anything and it'd just be interesting to see what they're gonna do. And good writing as well. Like they have to say things that's just not the basic thing that you hear in a lot of sitcoms and just like pop like consensus, like a trendy way of talking for this, like the zeitgeist we're in. But instead it's descriptive. It's like it reveals a part of their essence and their character and who they are. I would say I'm the archetype of the wanderer, and similar to Gandalf. Maybe I just really like Gandalf. I'm very inspired by him, and I relate with him in the way where, like growing up, I never lived in the same place my whole life, and I always marveled at my friends that had that experience. And being a nostalgic person, I'm like, that must be such a powerful nostalgia to like there's one place that we lived for 4 years, and whenever I go back to that area, I drive past that house. It's like memory lane, you know. I'm like, wow, what a time that was. So different from now, but so the same in a lot of ways. It was just my perception that was different. But I've always been a wanderer. Our family's always moved, even on my own. I've never really lived somewhere more than 2 years. And I guess, yeah, I'll probably be in the place I am a little over that, I imagine. It's one of the better places I've lived, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I heard this interesting quote on the show I'm watching. That's based after Catherine the Great in Russia back in like the 1700s, and the general he had said this thing. It was like, when you're young, you look at life like destiny, but when you're old, it's more like fate. And it's like, that's such a good descriptor for what it's like existentially. So, I don't know, archetypes are interesting. It's kind of these different roles we play in this playing field of physicality that we live in. And it's like we have our avatars, and you know, we're more than just one archetype. It's like you might play a mother role, but you also might be a singer. So, like, we have different archetypes. And I think the more hats you have, the more interesting you can become, but also you can specialize in one thing and become a master at that. So it's all fascinating to me, and like being a wanderer, you get a lot of different experiences and you change a lot, especially just trying to discover who I am and what I'm all about. And probably the things that I am about that I just haven't blossomed into yet, that I haven't like discovered about myself yet. And we all have those things. And so it's like unlocking a new ability or something like that. But it's like your heart has to be awakened to those things for it to like become a part of you. So anyway, I find all that very interesting. And if there's any archetypes that interest you, I'd love to hear your descriptions and elaborations on that. So